taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Rodgers now on first down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Rodgers going to try and run. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback, and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, here's second and 11. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Tua now on first down. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And pressure gets to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Rodgers now to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Channing Tindall. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Down the numbers. There he goes. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. They'll run. Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. You talk about this Miami defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding again.
There he goes, left side. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. They'll run with Hall. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look out before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Rodgers now on first down. On the move past the 40. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 34 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory,
the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Rolling to his left. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 34 yards the gain that time, another first down. And they'll give this to Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys looking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Jets first down.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They run it with Hall off the option. Luck fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have retaken the lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Again, it's Achane. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 43 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jets will take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Rodgers pass. Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he has got it from yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half and let him do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And out of bounds, where will they spot him? At the 35-yard line, so great field position coming up. A give, running right, Achane. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. To the left side and taken in by Chosen. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And it'll be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit, have them back on their heels, but they have a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Rodgers to throw on second down. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. That was the first time that they targeted him, and he has not come down with the catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And again, it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sand. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Jets are going to get it back here just past the 35. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just...
It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Option play, here's Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. Shifts past him at the 45. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Running left, Achane. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
The way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. 2 and now on 1st down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 44 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and to navigate break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take it into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed,
but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now Rodgers. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30.
First down, Jets.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On play action, Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Rodgers going to get this complete to his running back Hall. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. There's Hall bringing in another one. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Able to follow pressure now. He's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Rodgers going to try and run. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Jets are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Robbie Chosen, 47 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and the Dolphins touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of...
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted. Want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That shit.